What we're going to do tonight is Andrew, I have an assistant down, Andrew there's behind me. Basically, we're ready to turn the water on for the toilets, not the sinks. Sinks aren't in yet. What I did today and yesterday was I fitted these stopcocks. This is really dull and not very interesting, but a stopcock is just a tap or a valve. So what we can do is we can isolate the sinks by turning that grey, there's a wee screw in there that can get turned. Same down there, where is it down there, and then there's one for trap 4 as well. Andrew's going to go up into the attic down there and turn the stopcock for the toilets on, and I'm going to go up into the attic here with my head torch on and look for any fountains. And if there are any fountains, I'm just going to turn the water off really quickly again. Careful now, I've got a risk assessment for this. It's in my head. Probably can't come up here with a camera because there's things up here that probably are a bit rude. Down on the...
That one?
Yeah. There we can see Andrew down there, that's in there, right? Turn very slowly. So that is the stopcock for trap 4. So what we're looking for is water there, and elsewhere. So let's turn this on and see what happens. Okay, maybe. Oh shit, we've got a leak, hold on. Not what I know of it. That's fine. There was a bit of a leak up there, but we fixed that. It wasn't, it was a dodgy washer. Andrew has test substance. Out of date, 07-2020, so down the bog. This is our rodding point. What this is a place where someone, not me, when the toilet blocks, they get their special plumbing equipment and they can go and stab the jobby down there. As Andrew is going to deposit, well, listen for the splash. Oh.
We've got blockage in the tin.
So the beans are in play. Okay, flush. Put some beans in a minute. There you go. There we go. Oh, that is. Oh, I can smell beans. That's wrong coming out of a drain. They all flush, they all work. You can actually go and use them. I think I need a break because I'm halfway through my 2 weeks off work and I've had enough, so I'm going somewhere else. I'm turning everything off and I'm going away. For me it will be a couple of hours, for you it will be a second. I'm going to try and click my fingers, hurt my thumb, so it might not work. Hold on. Right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Didn't work. Hold on, let's try the other. 1, 2, 3. Not working. And now we're here, down at the creepy abandoned place that we're not really going to name in case anyone finds out about it. I thought I'd come down and do something vaguely outdoorsy. It occurs to me that some of you might be losing interest because the bogs aren't that interesting. And I was trying to think of what would get your attention, and probably me being quite uncomfortable would get your attention. It's been about a year since I last camped and it was uncomfortable. It was really uncomfortable. So I thought I'd come down here and spend the night. So I'm just going to get set up. I have a tent and I've got my hammock. Don't quite know what I'm going to use. It's not that cold. My feet are cold. I've said that already. I'll just say it again so that you know my feet are quite cold. I'm not saying I will be murdered. That'll be the worst thing that can happen. The least worst thing that can happen is that I'll just be mildly uncomfortable. Also, everything's closed now, so I can't just go to a hotel. Didn't think that through, really, did I? It's been a couple of hours. Got some food to cook, because there's nothing else to do here except sort of be organised. Fire is it's burning down, so we're getting down to some embers. I'm going to put some bigger logs on to try and keep it going for most of the night. I don't think I'll be here late into the morning. I'll probably be away home as soon as it gets light, because frankly it's quite creepy. I hope you're enjoying my discomfort. I'm not actually that uncomfortable, if I'm being honest. I don't really believe in monsters. I'm not scared of the dark. So I'm 46, so you kind of grow out of that, don't you? Really, you know, I live on my own as well. So it would be problematic if I was still scared of the dark. There isn't anything else to do. There's no Game Boys. Game Boys, God, that dates me, doesn't it? There's no games consoles. Really, it took a couple of hours to get the fire going. The wood was very wet, so. But remember what we said about wet wood. You can always split the wood and get to the dry stuff inside. And also, wood that has fallen but not hit the ground, maybe leaning against a tree or hanging out of the tree, is much better to burn, because if wood that lies on the ground, it just soaks up all the moisture. It's been dry these past couple of days, rained a wee bit yesterday, but yeah, even the wood like lie, there's a big pile of wood over there, but it's all soaking wet, so a bit of a pain, but we're going now, so we're okay. It's always a good idea in your transit, if you're going anywhere, remember, you can grab all sorts in here. This is a mess burner, so I've got my mess there. I've also got some coffee, some sort of pre-mixed coffee stuff there. Just needs hot water, cutlery, a random plastic spoon, all stored in here. A couple of lighters just for emergencies. This is my soup. Big steak and potato, and it's got a ring pull thing, which is handy. Another thing to note about a mess burning stove, as you can see, that doesn't really look lit, but it is. If you, there we go. So just worth being careful if you're using these in the dark. And you've got your torch shining on it. It will just shine right through. You could burn something other than the soup. I think it might have beans in it or something. You know, I don't like baked beans, but it might have like butter beans. Ugh, what are butter beans? I mean, what are they even for? Fire's getting a wee bit. Normally you would have your fire circle made of stone, but there's no stone here. And I've just made it out of wood. Now, pretty much exactly what you would imagine would happen is happening. The whole thing's burning, so I'll probably need to make some adjustments. So the soup was okay, bit MSG, bit gloopy, I think is how I would. It was steak and potato, but more potato than steak, which is fine. It's fine. It was warm. I'm having a warm drink now. Even if you don't really want a hot drink, if you're camping, if you can make a hot drink, you may as well. I haven't been murdered yet, so that's good. I'm not cold yet, so also good. It's about, I think it's about 8 o'clock now. I'm feeling the first tinges of boredom. It's boredom that'll be the end of me here. Like me just kicking that fire out and just getting on my bike and just going home again, because it's boring. It's just really boring. The thing is, right, when you guys are all here, it's fine because there's people to talk to. It's a bit of a laugh, plenty of banter, and seeing you all enjoy this is part of what makes it worthwhile for us. Sitting here on my own, I feel like a total weirdo. Not an awful lot of time has passed since I last filmed anything. I mean, it's literally been probably 10 minutes and I'm quite bored. I don't really know what to do. I mean, it's nice, the fire's nice. It's warmer here than it is in my house. My house doesn't have central heating. I could read. I would maybe do that anyway, you know, when I'm not out clubbing, and then engaged in international espionage, because that's the kind of lifestyle I have. I don't just sit at home, you know. To be honest, I'm at a loss, because normally my holidays are scout things. So last year when I went to Canada, I don't know if you know, but last year I went to Canada and America, Montana, and that was my first non-scouting holiday. And even then I visited a scout campsite in Montana, because I'm such a sado. And no one was there. Well, there was people there, but... And that fella showed me the huge pine cone. Not a euphemism. He did actually have a huge pine cone. If I can find the picture, I'll put it up. Whew, I'm just bored. Worst case scenario is you never see me again, and in about 5 years' time, someone... Well, no, it won't. It'll be on the 22nd, because the people are coming and we're meeting to talk about this place. So they will find my bike, presumably my rotting corpse, and this camera, and they'll know, because it'll all be on here, it'll all be recorded. My swan song, my legacy. Thank God my legacy won't be the Scout Hall toilets, it'll be this video. Gee whiz. Whew. Oh, it's a real problem. I really don't want the Scout Hall toilets to be what people remember me for. The time has come. It's been about 4 minutes since I last spoke to the camera. I think it's about, oh gosh, it must be at least 11 o'clock. Come on now. No, it's 10 to 9. What I've got is I've had it for ages and I've never actually used it to sizzle a sausage. This is it here. And what you do is you get a green stick, so something that's not dead. It's the only time really you can take something off a tree, and only do it sparingly. So do you see, this is so the stick goes up and it grips onto it. That spring grips on. Hold on, it's come off. And then your sausage goes on there, and then it goes into there. Well, not into the flames, it's going to go down into this bit here. Classically seasoned pork chipolatas. Irresistible. Look at them there. They look so yummy, and then look at them there, and they just look a bit peely-wally. Chipolata is skewered, and it's a sad chipolata, obviously, because it's been skewered and it's about to get put into there. I bet it falls off. They always fall off. It's like stick cam. No, that sausage is definitely sizzling, you can hear it. Oh, it's a sausage sizzle. I think I've sizzled a sausage. I think I've ever, have I? I'm sure I have, but I just can't remember. Let's have a look at this sausage. That's an alright looking sausage. Let's see what happens if I try and eat it. Oh. That's a good sausage. I have sizzled 4 sausages. Ow! Still quite hot. It's just like a head floating here, isn't it? That's quite cool. Ooh. Ooh. That's like, yeah. Anyway, that's, yeah. So bored. Dear, that's a sausage coming back. That's how bored I am. Analyse my own burps. It is now 11 o'clock, which is... I'm surprised it lasted as long as this. Anyway, I have my hammock set up. Never used a hammock before. It's still comfy. Fire is blazing away, that'll burn down. I am going to go to bed. See you in the morning, or in the middle of the night, or never. It's just past midnight. Basically, what I've done for the past hour is wrestled with 2 sleeping bags and a hammock. It's the most infuriating thing. At least the ground doesn't move and sway, and you know, when you sit on the ground it doesn't like shoot away from beneath you, and your sleeping bags you know, your carry mat doesn't fold up and then end up in a crumpled up sort of mess at your feet. I don't know what's going on. It's really infuriating. I've been wrestling and I feel as if I've been in a fight, is basically what I'm saying. Fire's still going great guns. If anything, I'm too warm. But possibly it's because of all the exercise. It's comfy, but it's a pain in the arse. It's like a scene from a horror. It's like, it's comfy, but it's a battle, you know. So I've just got a big wodge of sleeping bag, just below my shoulder blades, and I can't bloody get rid of it. And if you try and move while everything else moves, it's like it doesn't work. I think if you were like 10, this would be fine. But not if you're 46. I'm not putting my tent up. I'll just fall asleep, just out of pure frustration in a minute. Oh dear. It's just after 6:30 in the morning. I tried to sleep in that hammock, but I don't think I had it set up right. It was not the... I think it might be alright for a nap, like in the afternoon on a sunny day, but not for a night's sleep. I maybe didn't have it set up properly. You just end up like some really poorly packed bag of shopping. The birds are twittering. I think that's the first time I've been up before the birds for quite some time. Technically I never went to sleep, so decided to warm up a bit. It's cold, not frosty but definitely cold. This, where we are, is a valley. I can tell you the name of the valley. It's the Kale Valley, it's called. So it's just always a bit dark until the sun's properly up. It's a wee bit cloudy today, which is good because if it's cloudy it means it's not freezing. There's some daylight now. Milky morning daylight, but daylight nevertheless. If anyone wants to try that hammock, get in touch. Just leave a message or whatever. You know, there's loads of ways to get in touch. I'd be really interested to know what other people thought about it, because to be honest, I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. You have to promise to stay out all night though in it, because you have to promise, because then that would be cheating, you know. So anyway, it was really golden over there. There was a sunrise about to occur, but it's gone. So the weather over there, which is where I'm going to get home, isn't as nice as over there. I know that's the sun's coming up, so it does look brighter, but that looks quite grey. This is the Pennymuir Roman camps. The best, apparently one of the best examples of a temporary Roman camp still visible. I can't see them. To be honest, if there's not a roller coaster, most folk wouldn't be interested, so that wasn't very pleasant. I am absolutely soaked. These waterproof trousers, what happens is you're sitting on the bike, it's quite a wide bike, the tank on it, the tank's quite wide, so you sit your legs quite far apart and it stretches the stitching in the crotch area of the waterproof trousers, and eventually the water just gets through and you get a fright when it seeps into your trousers. And occasionally what you have to do is stand up on the peg, so you stand up just to sort of loosen your trouser area up, you know, to let them sort of settle a bit, and then you can sit back down again. But when you stand up, all the water on your sleeves pours down inside your gloves and you just get this cold water all over. It's horrible. Anyway, I used to be a lot more manly than this, but I'm not sure what happened.